Thank you, fellas, and thank you to that me espresso. It's time for some Sabrina Carpenter talk.
Wow.
Jolie, get us going. Let's talk about some short and sweet.
Why don't we talk about that intro? That was crazy.
It was copyrighted from
God.
last night's VMAs. We're gonna get a copyright block on this video.
No big deal. That was a great introduction to Chad.
Oh, brother.
First time on Jayhawk Jukebox. Everyone
Thank
give
you,
a
Joy.
round of applause.
No.
Yay, I'm so excited.
Everyone, they can't see right behind us. There's just like thousands of people just
Everyone is
screaming right
Oh my
now.
God, go Chad. They're literally.
Let's talk some Sabrina. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Perfect. So for those of you who are living under a rock,
Mm-hmm.
who don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is, let me give you a little bit of background information. So my girl is only 25 years old, and she is
Years young.
Years young, and she is breaking records.
Mm.
Let me tell you. But if you don't know her beginning, I feel like our generation really got to know her on Girl Meets World.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch that?
100%.
It's weird. I keep seeing her like on TikTok, like clips of that.
Uh-huh.
And the comments are like, "Is that Sabrina Carpenter?" I'm like, what?
She has some funny clips from that
You
that
don't
are
know that?
yeah.
Okay, but so that's where she kind of got known.
Uh-huh.
And then she did some stuff with Disney, but now she's on her own, and it's obvious that
She's popping off.
yeah, she's doing her own stuff. It's not very kid friendly.
No, absolutely not. No, I felt the same way about the album on first listen. Is like this is very much not a like PG pop album in a way, and that's okay because I think that our generation is so much more comfortable with talking about like sexuality and things in songs, and that in order to make like a pop album that reflects our age group that's listening to popular music, you have to appeal to that kind of demographic. So we wanted to get into a little bit of analysis on some of the songs. Let's go one by one and start with Taste, which is kind of having its own moment as the third single off this album.
Yeah, it's amazing. This song, the perfect beginning.
100%.
The
Grabs your
perfect
attention
first
right
song.
from the start.
Yeah, this song quickly became everyone's favorite.
Uh-huh.
I would say, like the music video. Did you see it?
Iconic.
Iconic.
And we talked a little bit about like her on Disney.
Yeah.
The music video with Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
To me, that was like when we were kids, we had like Demi Lovato, Miley
Yeah,
Cyrus, Hannah Montana, like all that kind of vibes.
This is it.
This is the new era of that.
Right.
And I feel that they're totally like they're making their own careers out of themselves, and they're having their own like unique success, which to me, seeing in that music video was awesome. So yeah, I mean, like when she goes, yeah, you just have to taste me with these kissing you. It's like you want to
oh
sing
my
it over
gosh.
and over and over again.
It's too good. And she sang at the VMAs yesterday. Not
Yeah.
to bring up the VMAs and get off topic of this,
Yeah,
but fire.
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 Okay, next one.
Anyways.
Please. I mean, it's obviously a very popular song. There isn't much that we can add to it, and it to me, like, at first listen, I wasn't in love with it, but as I've listened more and more, it's just kind of like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it musically, but it goes like, oh
Oh my God.
and it's like,
yeah.
oh my God, this beat is incredible.
It's fire.
Yeah, it's
It
fire.
is so good. Oh my gosh. I just love how she's like kind of publicly dissing her boyfriend, and he's in the video. He is voluntarily in the video. Like, are you kidding?
That's crazy.
I
It's
love
crazy.
it. I love it. But anyways, we have to move on.
Yeah, let's do it. Good Graces? What do you like this one a lot?
I do like this one
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Like the first time I listened to it, this was, I think, my top two. I loved this song. It's slowly dropping down my list now that I like listen to the lyrics
Right,
of all the
right,
other
right.
ones. But like it makes me want to like get up and dance.
100%.
Like it's just like,
100%.
it's
Yeah.
like fun, vibey, groovy.
Yeah.
I like it.
From one of your faves, transitioning to one of my personal faves, Sharpest Tool as the next song. I thought this was one of
So
the
good.
best songs on the album in terms of like her storytelling and how she's writing. Obviously, like she has a team full of writers that are helping her, but it really does feel like super adjacent to Sabrina, and it feels very authentic to her. It almost felt like something that might have came off like the recent Claro album that
Yes,
came out.
very
Like it
similar.
was very, kind of light and airy, and like it was a very easy listen, but I thought it told a fantastic story, and it was like, I wrote down the muddled, wavy audio effects on the second verse give like a feeling of apprehension and nervousness, and you like this is a song that she
analysis.
wanted to make, and how you found God at your ex's house. Like, oh come on, it's so
just
good.
so good. It's the first big vibe change of the
Yes,
album, I feel
100%,
like.
100%.
And it hits you hard, it's good.
Yeah.
Like that is a good first vibe change, I would say. But moving into another kind of vibe change of the album, Coincidence.
Yeah.
Banger.
I like it.
Another one. Oh my gosh, the guitar in this song, yum.
I think
Yum.
like I'm such a sucker for like acoustic performances,
Oh,
and this is very much one of those. And it very much felt like a like mid 2000s pop hit where it's like the folk pop hit. You know, they're kind of
Yeah.
like, let's all like act like we're having everyone in a room together, like playing a banjo. It's like the
Yeah,
roasted
literally.
s'mores in the middle of the room together as she's singing. But I thought it was fantastic.
It's amazing.
After Coincidence, bro, one of our favorite songs.
Our personal together favorite. This.
Bad Chem.
Oh my goodness.
If we could scroll through our text right now,
I wish we sent in a picture.
Bad
Oh my god.
Chem is it is a drug.
The
It's
first time
addictive.
you listen, you're like, oh, this is a banger. The second time you listen, oh, this is a banger. Every time, this is the song that gets stuck in your head.
Yes.
Every text we've ever sent about this like album always includes that song.
Where art thou? Why not?
Where-
Upon a thing.
Like, who comes up with that except for Sabrina?
It's definitely it's so her, and
Oh
it's
my
like
gosh.
it's an iconic throwback like pop song. The
good.
glittery like kind of like hits of the production.
It's a little raunchy.
Yeah,
a little bit, but like, I mean,
What
it's
about-
tasteful.
Yeah, what about
It's
the album isn't
tasteful,
raunchy at this
right?
point, honestly.
Yeah, at this point you realize what you're getting yourself into.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll move on, but we
Okay.
could talk about that song for a long time.
Espresso, it's pop perfection. There isn't
Yeah.
much else we can say besides it is
Yeah.
just it's a song
It's
of the
good.
summer. And
It's
when
great.
we look back on this album, it will always be like, oh yeah, Espresso. Like,
Espresso,
I remember
yeah.
that, and it'll last. It'll have a longevity aspect for that reason.
For sure. And it won Song of the Year last night at the VMAs.
Yeah.
Good for her. Claps for her.
Claps for Sabrina, everybody.
My girl. Okay,
Dumb and
anyways.
Poetic. What do you think about Dumb and Poetic?
It's another big vibe change, but I love it.
I thought so, too.
honestly.
Yeah.
It's I think it's one of the most emotional songs on the album.
100%.
Very vulnerable, I feel. I like it.
I think
personally.
it's very relatable for people our age because it talks a lot about like the authenticity of who we portray ourselves, and it talks to you
yeah.
like how this boy in the song thinks he's all that because he reads self-help books and she talks about how the mushrooms won't change your life, like all that kind of stuff. Where
Yeah.
it's like that's like trends we see online,
Exactly.
and we're like, oh, if I do this, then I'll be like,
Right.
then I'll be the right
It's
person.
like relatable.
But it is like at the end of the day, you have
Yeah.
to be yourself and like love everyone is your favorite
Yeah.
quotation. Hysterical. And a typical like Gen Z relationship song, I think she nailed
Oh
it.
yeah, she did good with that one. Now let's move on to Juno.
Ooh.
I wrote
okay.
down "This is not for children." That was the very first thing I wrote down about
Yeah,
this song.
yeah.
This is not kid friendly.
No, absolutely not. I wasn't like entirely in love. Juno and Lida Girls, I've tried, and honestly, I think it's because I'm not a girl and I don't understand it. But I
mean.
totally understand if that's something that you love. Let's wrap it up with our last song, which is going to be "Don't Smile." This sounds like a Men I Trust song if Sabrina Carpenter was on vocals. What do you think of the finale of the album?
It is the perfect ending. It's just like a chill send off.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love this song. It's amazing. But this album as a whole, awesome. Like there's just amazing, perfect album of the year, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all from us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for hearing us yap about Sabrina.